Hey YouTube, I hope everyone is doing well. What's up, Catherine Powell? What's up, Castro Cannon, CDP, and all the people that are in the vlog? Um, Sister T, Sister T, I heard what you were saying to Brian about Brian. And Sister T, you know what? Sister T, leave it alone. It is really not worth it. And one thing is, Sister T, one thing I learned from this is you learn lessons. You learn, and it's not going to stop me from helping people, but I'm going to ask more questions next time. I don't think that this was fake. The situation with Brian, I don't think it's fake at all. I don't. I don't. Um, I think the biggest thing with me and what upset me the most was when people don't follow doctor's orders and they know what happened the first time and they continue to do it. And, I'm realizing that people have to care for themselves. And if you don't care for you, then it's like you can't care for a person more than they care for themselves. And I realize that this young man has some mental challenges. He wrestles and struggles with depression, and there are a lot of things going on with him. And we heard what he had to say a couple of weeks before this situation happened, and I think he's going through a lot. Um, I'm to the point where, I want to make clear that nobody, at least me, I can't speak for anybody else, but let me say me. I never asked for any money back. That did not come out of my mouth. But even with that, I think that's dealing with guilt. I'm glad that those people felt enough about him to make sure he had money to not be homeless and have something to eat with and maybe pay a few bills. And that's what we wanted to do in the first place. And I'm happy because of that. I'm happy that people in the beef sector will come and help you out. But I just see some disturbing trends with this individual that father ignites his issues, and that's it. And I said some stuff. It was hard. It was tough. Um, yeah. I'm on Wegovy to manage my cravings, which is great. But I will say I don't have blood clots. My blood pressure is good. I'm not morbidly obese, and I don't have knee issues and all of these issues, and I don't because again I handled it. But hey, it is what it is. Nobody asked for anything back, and I'm glad you're okay. And I just think that some people are not really built for YouTube because they are really emotionally entwined into this. And like I said earlier, um, you came on. You came on. You said that you don't want to be homeless no more. And you made an indirect appeal that, hey, I'm going through. And people who have decency said, well, we don't want you to be homeless either. And now I'm hearing that you're cussing folk out and you're cussing me out. But I'm going to tell you what, you can cuss me out. I don't regret anything that I've done to help you. I don't regret it. The only thing I regret is that I believed that you were going to do better to look after your health. and not check yourself out of the ICU. That's what I thought. And you know what? You proved me wrong. And so I know better than next time. I know better than next time. And that's all I can say. But Sister T, baby, don't put no curse on nobody. And yeah. But nobody asked for a refund. See, that's what y'all don't get. Nobody asked for a refund. Nobody asked for nothing. Nobody asked for anything. So this is where everybody's scratching their head. Nobody asked you for anything. But I will say that I can't speak for anyone else, but I'm good. I'm going to really reserve prayers for folks and say, prayer of healing and Jesus wept and keep moving. And I didn't give that with any stipulations, but the least you could do is take care of yourself. And when you're to the point where you don't even follow doctor's orders, um, you got a hard head. And when a doctor can't tell you anything, then no one can. I mean, you won't even listen to a doctor. And I'm finding that that's the case with a lot of people. And this has been a pattern throughout the years. You know, people were saying, Brian, focus on your humor. Stop getting entwined with people. You couldn't do that. You know, and you said that I was trying to take over your channel and do that. And that wasn't the case. And I'm like, well, maybe, I examined myself. But after listening to you tell those medical professionals that you know better, pretty much, and after I heard you talk to Wolverine, I knew you had a problem, and um, and that it'll catch up with you. And I'm gonna leave it right at that. But I said what I said, and I'm only coming on because Sister T is going on. And Sister T, honey, you just got to step back and let God do it. Sometimes, some things you just got to say, Lord, I'm just handing this off to you. And yeah, but no one asked for any refunds back, Ron. And I want to make that very clear because you're acting like someone did. Now, I know I did. I can't speak for everyone, but the majority of the people are saying no one did. And the majority of the people are saying, Brian, you're wrong because at the end of the day, um, you know, people were concerned about you and they did not feel that you did the right thing by checking out that hospital. And like I said, it is what it is. You may not want to, face that reality, but that's the reality. So ain't no need to be cussing folk out and getting mad at people and getting angry because, again, you were the one who said that y'all do what the doctors say do because, man, I was out there and then you turn right around and do the exact opposite, and then get upset with people because they reminded you. You were the one who came on breathing heavy and looking like you about to leave the earth. That was you. That was you. And now you're getting upset because people are calling you out on it. And I never said that your situation was fake. And you've been trying to convince me that it wasn't. And that's not the case. The case is, treat people better. Remember, those people gave their hard-earned money so you wouldn't be homeless. So you wouldn't be homeless. And look at what you're doing and think, if something were to happen to me again, are these people going to give what you give to yourself behaving like this? And that's the question you really need to ask. We don't ever think long term. We always think quick, short term, and all of this stuff. So, yeah, I ain't canceling nothing. I gave for the right reasons. And I'm telling y'all why I'm disappointed. And I'm not hiding it. I just thought that it was reckless to go against the doctor's orders. And I think that it tells me that you don't want to listen to anybody. No one can tell you anything. And you're depressed for a reason because you don't listen. You don't listen. So it's sad, but Sister T, girl, don't waste your time, honey. Yeah, I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. And can I tell you, if you gave for the right reasons and out of the goodness of your heart, God sees you. I don't want nobody to feel discouraged and stuff. I just think people are disappointed that you're in a situation and you want us to believe that your situation is serious. What's up, Treasure? You want us to believe that your situation is serious, but you're not treating it serious. You act like that blood clot was just going to the dentist to get a filler or to get a crown put on your teeth. You just act like that was nothing. And so if you want us to take it seriously, then you take it seriously. You jumping up on my platform talking about hunching and stuff and somebody's vagina, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but you talking about you weak, but yet you on here screaming and cussing folk out, and then you want people to take your illness seriously. Well, how can folk take your illness seriously when you don't even take your own illness seriously? And if you do, your action definitely doesn't demonstrate that. And I'm just being real. So you say what you want. Yeah, Zara, a lot of people were willing to do some things, but I think people's mind have changed, and no one deserves to hear all of that. Y'all, it's the depression talking, it's the fear talking, but no one deserves that. And it is what it is. Well, Catherine, I can't help people. I have not advocated that. I haven't advocated that, so I really don't know. I have not advocated that type of stuff at all. All right, Zara, I'm just catching up. I'm reading y'all. I'm catching up on y'all stuff. Yeah, I caught up. You all. I can't control what people do. I really can't. Um, I can't control. I can only control what I do. And I tell y'all what. You know, I can't tell people what to do. I just know that it's not worth it. And I think it's a lesson learned. I think it tells us a lot about who we are because I don't care what anybody says. At the end of the day, there are a lot of compassionate people in the beef sector. There are a lot of people in the beef sector who, if you are really down and out, they gonna help. But one thing about the beef sector is they don't like fraud. They don't like people to lie. If you honest and upfront about what you gonna do, folk will give, or they won't. But at least you're honest and upfront about what you're going to do. What turns people off in the beef sector is when people don't follow through or do things that's contrary to what they've said. And I mean, I'm chilling because at the end of the day, I didn't tell somebody that I'm gonna do what the doctor say and then turn around and then don't do it. First of all, if I'm going to the doctor, y'all ain't knowing about it. Y'all ain't gonna know about it because again, there's some personal stuff that y'all don't need to know about. That's number one. So for you even coming on, you know that there's a risk of you coming on. It's just how you treat people. Now, Sister T is out there, and she's something else. But like I said, it ain't worth it. When I first heard that, I came on to say that is not true. Um, yeah, that is not true. That is not true. That is not true. I what I wanted him to do was to follow the doctor's orders, but after all of that, I realized that this is where the problem lies. If you can't even listen to a medical doctor, you can't listen to your mama, you can't listen to your daddy, you can't listen to your brothers and sisters. Like hell, you can listen to a pastor. You ain't gonna listen to nobody. And I think people got to go through some trials and tribulations, and I just realized that's what he's gonna have to go through. And sometimes we really can see what's getting ready to happen to folk, but you can't make folk do anything. And see, that's where my limitations come. And I'm talking about my limitations. Because again, I'm like, I can understand something, but when a doctor is telling you, hey, you need to slow it down. You need to stay in the hospital for observation so we can make sure this stuff is working. That's deep because that's dealing with my health. And then what gets me is you want everybody to believe that you weren't faking, and you may not be, but you don't seem to take your situation seriously. And it seems like you just went in and got a shot and came on back. And so the people are saying either you are embellishing the situation or you really, really are, you really don't care. And maybe you don't care. And maybe that's it. I did not. I did not. I did not see it. You know, and Sister T is really, but Sister T, you need to step on back, honey, and let God do it. Sister T, you cannot get yourself worked up. And this is really for Sister T. Sister T, people start calling folk names, and I was a little upset because I don't like people to get their I don't like people to give folk a butt to kiss. And it's the ungratefulness for me. You know, I don't have a problem. It's the ungratefulness. And this is why you got to know why you do things. But it's the ungratefulness. It's the act of being so nonchalant about the health. And we done heard you cry that you didn't want to be here no more. How did I let myself go? And all of this stuff. And you can't attack me and make me feel bad because I've done the work. I've gone to the gym and lost the weight. I've done more than walk a treadmill. I've done the work. I've done the weights. I've done the leg work. I'm still doing the work. And the only reason why I'm taking Wegovy is because I've done the work and I want to maintain it. See, I'm not taking Wegovy to lose the weight. I'm taking Wegovy to maintain the weight. And I lost my weight before Wegovy. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. See, you up here acting like this is a miracle drug. Let me say this, Brian. You will still be fat taking Wegovy if you don't do the work. If you think you're going to take a shot and you're going to be slim and trim and looking like Oprah, you're wrong because you still got to do the work. And even if you lose that weight, hopefully that is a catalyst for you to get onto a real workout routine. And that ain't to put you down, but you act like that shot is a miracle and it's going to work out all your problems. No, because you got to do some work. Wegovy only does so much. Manjaro only does so much. Again, my weight loss happened before I took the shot. And I told my physician, like, hey, I don't want to be going up and down at my age, and I need something that could really help me with that. And that's why I got on it. And I have maintained a healthy weight. I'm not using that shot as a miracle drug. Don't get me wrong. Some people need that. But my thing is, it's going to take more than walking at the gym and getting in the sun. And that's the truth. That's only to help you restart and recharge to be able to go to the gym and be active. Because if you think you're going to get on Manjaro and still go to Pizza Hut, child, you're wrong. God bless your heart. So, anyway, you all, I did not hear TC. To be honest, y'all, I'm over the TC and the crystal thing. That's a lesson to be learned. Stop being trusting of folk in these relationships and showing them and giving them everything. Um, and it's really sad, you all, because I really want to believe people when they say that they're going through something and they are really going through something that, they're telling the truth. But it's unfortunate that we have a lot of people on YouTube that don't tell the truth. They really don't. They really don't. If I'm going somewhere and if I make it known to people, if I'm going to get coffee, I get the coffee. People wanted to see what we were doing on the cruise ship. I told them I wasn't getting the internet package. Well, the people said we'll get the internet package. They got the internet package, and what did we do? We shot the internet. Honey, we was in the library. We was in the room. Most of the library, though, because it was a central place. But I was scared, according to the people. All good. But we did what we said we were going to do. And, yeah. But the TC thing, to me, it's just like, okay, once that thing, and you can't read somebody if they're really intersex. You can't. That's not a read. That's not a read. That's who they are. That's not a read. That's not a read. Now, I said some really rough things to Brian, which I'm not going to apologize because I meant every word I said. And the reason why I said it, like I said it, because Brian told us all of this. We wouldn't have known anything unless he came up and told us exactly what happened. And obviously, he told us what happened because he wanted us to do something about it. People don't come on these YouTube streets and tell you about things unless they want you to do something about it. Come on now, we're not done. Even the Roe situation took me off guard because I thought you were going to tell me that Roe may have done something that you didn't agree with while you were sick and you wanted to get it off your chest, or that Roe had did something for you that was good and you wanted people to know. But no, you just wanted us to know that Roe aroused you and you thought Roe wanted you. And this is why I'm like, are you really sick? Because if you're really sick, then this is ludicrous. And my thing is, you should have handled this behind the scenes. And Roe, I don't care what you think, just like you don't care what I think. So we're right equal. But Roe, it didn't put you in a good light. It made you look like a whole thirst trap out there. And then you had to come and explain to him what you meant. Y'all couldn't do that behind the scene, or did you all do that behind the scene and say we'll come on Jay Wilson channel and we'll shake it up, and you agreed to it, Ro? Because I cannot believe realistically that you will come up here and let somebody embarrass you like that, and then you have to come and explain that. I cannot believe realistically that you would still say that that person was your friend. Because if they were your friends, then they would try to keep you from embarrassment, and they would have tried to work this out behind the scenes. But I'm just as crazy as y'all. If y'all want to put it out here and look foolish, I'm here for you because I'm not gonna stop you. But you was looking the whole thirst trap, and yeah, we're glad that you went on a vacation in LA, but you admitted that somebody lied. So again, your premise was going out there to meet someone, Ro. And Ro, you need to be honest with yourself. You're really not honest, Ro. You're really not. You're really not honest with your friends about who you are. And for the mere fact of what I heard when Brian was on there and you all were talking, it went to show it showed me that you still have some issues and you're still not sure. And I don't think you're honest with your feelings. I don't think you're honest with you are really concerned about what people are going to think about you. And you're trying to keep that persona that you are such a goody two shoes. And then on top of that, Ro, I'm not sure if you are all there socially. I'm really serious. I don't think you're there all socially. After listening to your story, I'm like, this is some shit. I'm like, these people are really having some issues, and I'm like, YouTube is really what they have. YouTube is really what they go to because they don't really have nobody to go to. And I'm just listening to you, and then Brian, you think that man wanted you, and I don't know what to believe because between you and Ro, it's hard to believe y'all. It could have been very well that Ro was just telling you that, but Ro, why? Why would you even share that story knowing that your friend has had blood clots, ain't doing well? You thought that was gonna make him well? You thought that was gonna bring healing? I'm just asking because that's the last thing I would be thinking or talking about with a friend who's going through. I'm just saying, hey, what's up, Tina? Y'all, and like I said, and the only reason why we talk about it because you brought it up, and it's so public of what you're doing. And I don't know why people do stuff so publicly, but then when it don't go their way or it doesn't go as planned, then all of a sudden nobody can talk about it. Are you serious? I think that's hilarious. You put it out here, but nobody can talk about it. Okay. Now, what else is going on besides that TC stuff? I don't really want to talk about TC and Crystal. I'm so done with that. Um, let me say this, you all. I can't tell you all how you should feel. All I'm going to say is I gave my money with the right intent. I do not regret giving it. If it keeps somebody in the house and not being homeless, if it allows somebody to go to the this grocery store and get some food and pay a light bill, I'm good because that's what it was supposed to do. Um, I am just really now more careful and prayerful of how I give because, you know, when people don't follow doctor's orders, that tells me they just don't really care. And I see why people have problems because they don't know how to follow instructions. And if you can't follow the doctor's instructions, somebody who is there for your benefit, there to make sure that you mend well and you know more than them and you check yourself out stipulations of what that could incur in the future, but you still do it. Yeah, that causes me to pause right there. That causes me to pause. See, I want y'all to understand what causes me to pause. Let me tell you something. Then the smoking and all of this talking about some, I mean, you don't take your own life seriously. And again, y'all, I'm telling you all the truth. I don't want to enable or encourage that type of behavior. And I'm finding out when somebody does that in their real life, then I need to back off because they really have mental challenges. And mental challenges don't mean that you always are, hearing things, or it means that you have a very, very convoluted perception of life, a very convoluted perception of life. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But I really came on, like I said, for Sister T, because I did see some of what she was saying. And Sister T, girl, it ain't worth it, man. All you just need to do is step back. I pray that nothing happens. I pray that another emergency, a medical emergency, doesn't happen. I pray that because, yeah, and I don't know if somebody actually personally went to him and said I wanted a refund, but please don't put Jay Wilson's name in that saying that he wanted a refund. That's not the case. First of all, what I gave you, if I couldn't give you that and not have an issue with it, then I wouldn't have given it in the first place. And I gave a decent amount, but let me tell you something. It went over $100. It went over $50. I will say that. So I'm not sweating it at all. I want y'all to know. I ain't sitting no buku cash. I ain't doing all I showed it. So it is what it is. Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a stepping away from people. I see people differently. See, this is the thing. It's one thing when you're on YouTube and it's a show, and you're doing your thing, and I can understand that. Somebody ain't gonna ever like me, period. But it's a show. But when you start dealing with real life situations, life and death situations, and you treat it like a walk in the park, and you come on here with all of this drama of your health, but then you don't think 2 cents of it afterwards, it tells me something. It tells me something. And I don't know, but I suspect folks don't want to be bothered with people. I don't know. Because when you pull this kind of stuff, baby, because if this was my relative, it'd be like, okay, boo, I'm going to love you from afar, and I hope everything is well with you, and peace be unto you. And it would be it. My chest hurting. Well, did you go see the doctor? Okay. Well, my bills. Okay. Did you go to the um? Did you go to 211? Did you go to the action agency? Did you go to the emergency place? Did you talk to the electric bill people to see if you can be on the emergency fund and pay later? We don't even do money no more. I'm only gonna give you resources. See, See, when you, mm, because when people do stuff like this, honey, this is when you start giving folk resources now. Because this is when you got to say, give a man a fish he'll eat for a day. Teach a man the fish he'll eat for a lifetime. I'm gonna teach you how to fish because obviously people been giving you the fish too much, and you think you obligated to this fish. Hello, somebody. Yeah, Sister T really went in, and I'm just telling Sister T, girl, Sister T, we learned lessons. We get it. We get it. And so the next time it'll be resources, at least for me. I can't speak for nobody else, but for me, child, should send them a link, honey. Send them a link. Give them Houston Cares, honey. Okay, give them a link because people do the most. And y'all, I'm easy like Sunday morning. I don't care what that man done said about me. I don't care what that. You know what? Because at the end of the day, I'm not the one who got blood clots running all up and down my veins. You know, I am making sure that I am taking care of me and trying to eat right. It's okay every once in a while to get off chart, but to eat right. I don't drink. I'm not doing all of that smoking and all of that stuff. Y'all think Brian is just well, you know what? People need to know that perception is really a serious deal. I don't know if he's scared or not, but he don't sound scared. He's telling everybody he don't care what nobody say. So yeah, I'm almost to the point. Has he given up? Wegovy and Majaro will help you, but it is not the whole drug. If you think you're gonna take and passion model, you're wrong. Even if you do lose the weight, you still got to build up. I mean, it is what it is. I just think people have. I don't know. I don't know if people have been exposed to a lot of things. It could be a lack of no, but just don't treat people who have really been there for you like common trash and criminals. I just think we got to be very careful with that. Me personally. Are they still open? Okay. Anyway, those are my thoughts. And I know Sister T is going in, but Sister T, girl, it's not really worth it, Sister T. Um, I'm really convinced that this person doesn't take his illness seriously. If he did, I don't think he would be doing all of the stuff that he's doing now. I think he has used this illness for some clicks and some views and some attention. Um, yeah, that's what I think. And so, Sister T, don't get your blood pressure up because of this. Yeah, Mademoiselle. Well, I don't think he's doing Ozempic. I think he might be doing Manjaro, and so that may be it. All I'm going to say is I don't care what you do if you're not doing exercise. I mean, and really, making an effort, you'll be back at square one again. You all, I'm actually coming to my house, so I might start borging. And if I start borging, it's because I am almost home. So I just wanted you all to know that. Baby, I went to Zara and I went to Forever 21. And I like those stores because if you got to have something that's different, those are the stores to go to. If you need something that's work related or something that's very business, Dillard's, Macy's, Neiman Marcus, all those stores, they are really good for that. But honey, when you need something that's gonna do something different, yeah. So I went to those stores today, and I thought I did a good job. So, like I said, you'll lose it, but it's not going to. You have to have some. It has to be a catalyst so you start working out. But look, I'm not mad at him doing that. I think that's great too. But don't act like that's the silver bullet for everything. That's not the silver bullet for everything. Thank you, Red Pill. And in this coming, and I'm losing more because I'm in the gym. I'm doing what I need to do. And let me say this: it really gets serious when you get older. Y'all, I may start borging, so give me a minute. Am I borging? Y'all, let me know if I'm borging. I might be borging, but that weight loss is different when you get older. It's harder to get off. So my thing is, I'm an older guy, so I got sure that I'm because I am older. So hold on, y'all. Well, I can understand that, but you know why we look gaunt? Because we don't do no skin regimen, honey. You got to work that skin, honey. Well, you gotta put some you gotta get that face clean and put some astringent on it, and then you gotta go ahead and put some moisturizer on it. You gotta moisturize. Yes, Lord. That's what you gotta do. Well, look, y'all. Um, what else is going on? I just walked into the house. Come on, Lyric. Lyric, come on. Come on, let's go by. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I will be in Vegas in 2 weeks. Don't know how long I will be. Have family that lives in Arizona. Okay, Red Pill. Lyric just went outside. So we just drove into the house. So, ooh, my grass looks so good. So she need to go on out there and run a little bit. So that's what she's doing right now. And I'm gonna let her in.
And we're gonna go for a walk in a few minutes. So I usually try to go to walk with her when it's a little cooler. So it's a little cooler now. So yeah. So we're gonna go for our walk. Well, look, y'all, I have said what I needed to say. I'm sure there'll be some more things happening later on. The TC thing, whatever. Um, yeah, and the Krista thing, whatever, whatever. It is what it is. But look, y'all be good. I might talk to y'all a little later on. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to y'all later on. Peace and love.